So Yves Rocher is a brand I've never spoken about on this channel, but recently in my haul video I spoke about 3 fragrances that I brought back from France, which I purchased from the Yves Rocher store, one of them. There's many of them in France. And the fragrances that I brought back are Nouveau Genre, Cuir De Nuit, Sable Fauve from the fragrances that's called Eau De Parfums collection. So if you want to find out about these 3 inexpensive or not very expensive fragrances from this French house called Yves Rocher, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time tuning into this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Yves Rocher is a store chain of beauty products that I've known about for probably ever since I've been going to France. It's kind of like The Body Shop or maybe even L'Occitane. But I've never seen a store here in the States, but I see them in France in every city that I go to. Any city center, you'll walk past at least one Yves Rocher. So I was in France, in the south of France, in Nice, in a mall, and I was wandering around, and I stopped into the Yves Rocher store, and I noticed that they had just launched these 9 fragrances, 9 total fragrances, and 3 of them that I really liked a lot, so I ended up buying them. But I wasn't sure what the price was, and the associates there didn't know English very well, so going back and forth, I ended up buying 3 of the fragrances for around 77 euros. So one of them is Cuir De Nuit, the other one is Sable Fauve, and then last but not least, Nouveau Genre. So Nouveau Genre basically means new genre. Cuir De Nuit basically translates to night leather, which for me, Cuir De Nuit is named completely wrong, because when I first took this bottle from the store and sampled it, I was like, that doesn't smell like leather. In fact, this smells like vanilla. In fact, on the bottle, as you can see, there's like a vanilla beans on it. Anyway, and then Sable Fauve translates to tawny sand. So that's that. But these 3 were the 3 fragrances that I fell in love with. In fact, I was surprised that I got it for 77 because I was waiting for her to ring me up, and she gave me some kind of a promotion. But one of the bottles she gave me like this. She said she didn't have any. So with my very non-existent French speaking and her not being able to translate to me, perhaps she gave me some kind of a deal or promotion because this was open. But guys, if you are from France and you've shopped at Yves Rocher, is this correct for these fragrances? Because I looked up Yves Rocher USA, and these are suggested retail $85, but on the website it said 40% off. So this retailed for $55. I'm sorry, no, $51. And they have a 30 ml bottle of all of the 9 fragrances from the Eau De Parfums collection, and those suggested retail are $55 and we're on sale for $33. So great prices for these fragrances. And get this, they're created by very well-known perfumers. So Nouveau Genre is the one that I got lots of compliments with. Like I was telling you in my video, the haul video, I was wearing this, and one of the hotel associates that I was going past, she actually told me I smelled great. I don't know, her English was not that well, of course, but I did understand the fact that she smelled my fragrance, Nouveau Genre, and she really liked it. And this is the Patchouli fragrance, and this one has notes of patchouli and tonka beans. Not much else is credited, and this is the bottle right here. Again, these are suggested retail $85 at the yvesrocher.com USA website, but it did say 40% off there, and it retails for $51. So EDP concentration, 100 ml bottle for niche fragrances, I think is a great deal. And this one, as I said, garnered compliments. This is a very earthy patchouli. I'm wearing it right now, and It's very, very sexy. I think that's kind of what triggered her excitement, because she complimented me 3 times about the fragrance, because there was many times I was coming and going, and it was so hot and humid in Cannes, where I bought these in Nice at one of the malls there, and she really liked the way I smelled. But I think patchouli does that, and this is the kind of patchouli that has legs, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like really intense, dark, cakey, earthy patchouli. It is earthy after all, but there's that underlying slightly almondy, slightly sweet tonka bean note under there, and it kind of gives it a little more airy quality. It's airy and not heavy and weighty, but still great performance. And out of the 3, this is number 2 as far as performance goes, at least recently when I was testing them. This one has great longevity. Even when it's like closer to the skin, you still get the compliments, because by the time it's getting really close to the skin, it's faint, but when you're walking back and forth and wind blows against you, you can still pick up smells there. And of course, the people that really enjoy this kind of scent also pick it up and they compliment. But so this one I highly recommend, because for that price point, $51, about $50 for 100 ml, a really good price for patchouli. If you like patchouli, this is definitely one for you to try. And as I said, they do have the store here online in the USA, and they ship for free over $40 purchases. So this is not a sponsored video, guys. I paid for these myself, and when I bought them, I thought, am I going to be able to kind of like tell people to check this house out? Because if they're only available in France, the only people that are going to appreciate this video are going to be people from France. But sure enough, they do have an online store in the USA, and they do ship for free if you pay or buy things for over $40. So that's Nouveau Genre. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. This is created by Marie Salamagne. 2 of these are created by her. Recently I spoke about her in my Versace, Atelier Versace video, and of course she does fragrances for Atelier des Ors, and then also she's done the fragrance By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela, drawing a blank there. Anyway, that's Nouveau Genre, New Genre from Yves Rocher. Let's go to Cuir De Nuit, the one that's completely named wrong because I don't get any leather with this one. And this is created by Amandine Marie Clerc. This one is also what am I trying to say? This one, the perfumer is also pretty well known. Not as much as Marie Salamagne, but Amandine Marie Clerc, I've seen her name come up various places. And this one translates to night leather, Cuir De Nuit, Cuir De Nuit. And for me, it's all about vanilla. For me, it's all about vanilla. And there's also a coffee in here, and then also cacao, and then there's some pink pepper. But this, for me, to me, it smells absolutely delicious, and if you love vanilla, this is one for you to try. I don't get any of the leather, and I don't even know if it's supposed to have leather in here, but it does translate to night leather. I don't know where they got the name. If you guys know something different about this than I know, or if you work or have visited a store, an Yves Rocher store, and you know the story behind this, do let me know. But this is mostly about vanilla. I mean, you do pick up hints of the coffee and hints of the cacao. They're not prominent, but the pink pepper is also in there. It gives it a little bit of a spicy edge. Not a lot, but everything else in here is vanilla. And this vanilla is also very boozy. So if you like fragrances like Spirituous Double Vanille, this one is comparable to it, with a little more spice. Although I think Spirituous Double Vanille also had spice in it, but it's sort of like this. It doesn't have a lot of spice, a little bit of spice. But this is absolutely delicious. This is really, really delicious. And I found the performance of this one similar to the Nouveau Genre. And then the last fragrance was the one that had the greatest longevity for me. And it's the one that I fell in love the least, and now I like it because it's got that longevity. But Cuir De Nuit is delicious. It's absolutely delicious. And if you can get your hands on a bottle for about 51 bucks. I think it's worth it, especially if you're the type that likes inexpensive fragrances, because these are very, very niche quality fragrances, and for that sale price with the free shipping, I think it's great. And if you love vanilla, it's perfect. I think this will be perfect for fall, autumn wear. So that is Cuir De Nuit from Yves Rocher. And then the last but not least is Sable Fauve, this one right here. And this one, as I said, translates to Tony Sand. And I thought, I'll say that this, thought the names didn't make sense to me for some reason. I don't know where they got the names. Nouveau genre, I guess I can, it makes sense to me because it doesn't hint at anything that you can physically smell. But Sable Fauve, Tony Sand, I mean, this doesn't smell like sand to me. And then, of course, the leather, Cuir De Nuit, it doesn't smell like leather. But this one's all about benzoin, tonka beans, labdanum. So this one's very ambery, hence why it lasts a little longer. And it's also the tonka beans. It's a bit almondy. I guess it kind of hints at a little bit, not too much, at anything like with a strong tonka bean note. But the benzoin here is intense. It's very, very resinous. It's vanillic. Of course, I love benzoin, and I also love labdanum, and of course tonka bean also. So this is a winner. But for some reason, even though I got the 3 of these, this one was my least favorite when I bought it, but I didn't want to get the other 9. The other 9, I mean the other 6, I should say. Those were a little more, what do you call it? A little more common smelling. Even though I have fragrances like these, I thought, let's, you know, pick these up and speak about them on the channel, because I like to try and at least balance out my videos with, you know, if I'm going to do a lot of luxury fragrance reviews, which I do here, and a lot of niche, then I also want to kind of balance it out with some inexpensive fragrances as well. And these are certainly inexpensive and worth trying. So this one, it hints at a little bit of Fève Delicieuses, but it doesn't have that cacao because the cacao in Fève Delicieuses is stronger. It's not, I mean, it hints a little bit of cacao. It's not credited, so perhaps it's just kind of an accord that's created with the notes. There's a little bit of a cacao touch, but it's more about the benzoin and the tonka beans. And as I said, it does have that ambery touch from the labdanum. Labdanum is used to create an amber accord. It does have that here, and as I said, this is the longest lasting out of the 2. It's a great fragrance. It's another one that you can try. It's more oriental, resinous, balsamic type of a fragrance. That's kind of given that this would last the longest because of the notes that are being used in the fragrance. So anyway, I'm happy with these 3 fragrances: Sable Fauve, Cuir De Nuit, and of course Nouveau Genre, this one. 3 fragrances, and I bought, as I said, for about 77 euros. And again, I don't know how she came up with that price. Perhaps she gave me a further discount because of this ripped box. I don't know. But they come in boxes like this. And check them out. Go to their website and see what you think about this house. As I said, it's kind of like the Body Shop and also L'Occitane, but I've never seen a store here in the States. If you guys are aware of a store here in the States, do let me know. Put a comment down. And also let me know which of these 3 sounds the best to you. Do you like the Nouveau Genre, the one, the patchouli one? As you can see, I've been using quite a bit of it. I love this one. It smells great. I love earthy patchouli that's also sparkly and effervescent. And here's these 2. I've kind of been using them equally, as you can see. They're a little stronger compared to this. This one has that light airiness. That's why I haven't used this much, because since I got back here in the States, it's been kind of warm. Although it was pretty warm in the south of France as well when I bought these, but in Paris it was pretty cool. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Yves Rocher's 3 fragrances from their new Eau De Parfum collection. This is Sable Fauve, Cuir De Nuit, Nouveau Genre. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are on these 3 fragrances. Please let me know if you've been to one of the Yves Rocher stores, if there is a store here in the States, which of these ones sounds the best to you, and so that we can get a conversation started. Other than that, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.